So Marian, you came across Buurtzorg then and invited Jos de Blok here into your house.
Yes.
How did you find Buurtzorg?
It was in another place, like Buurtzorg. We know people who started this, and in Utrecht. And Chila and I have found, and I was going to Utrecht to see how they work, and I'm getting enthusiastic, and I was thinking this is what I want to do, and because I like my
profession.
So we did that, and it was a nice meeting here. A little bit strange, directors in your house, but it was gemütlich, wou ik zeggen.
Cozy.
Yeah.
So he's very normal and friendly and quiet, and he just told how it is.
Yeah.
We thought, whoa, is that possible? To work like that?
Yeah.
We didn't believe it. Actually, quite,
Yeah.
but
So we were thinking, we begin, and there were a few colleagues who want to be with us.
Yeah.
I think we were 5.
At first we started with 4, but after a month came Chila, and and we were with 6.
Yeah.
And now there
Yeah.
are 3 teams in Houten.
And what we must do, you must looking for a location, and you say I spend that money for that location.
You get a budget,
and we find together it's all right, and painted our home, I think. And that was nice to do. We had a lot of fun, and then you have a laptop, and then you start. And we were together. We are going to the hospitals to say that we were starting in Houten. And then the patients were coming.
Yeah.
And there were a few patients from the old organization.
Yeah.
They want to come with us because we all left with 6 or so. We left that team.
Yeah.
So some patients were very panicking. Oh, where are you going? And I want to go with you. No, okay.
Yeah.
So we had a few patients, and then the rest came to hospitals and doctors and.
But we were very nervous to start because you do the same job, but for yourself, it's your own shop. So you have to do it very good, and we have to build a name here in Houten that we have good care.
Yeah.
So
And you feel you're very responsible.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I think we were 24 hours in our mind.
Yeah.
You are
Working.
busy with to start it up.
Yeah.
But it was a little bit heavy sometimes.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of fun, and we like each other. It's now a family for us.
Yeah. So you said it was kind of challenging and different because suddenly you were totally responsible for starting this up and everything.
Yeah.
So how else is it different to your previous big organization? If you were describing how it is to work at Buurtzorg to other people compared to more traditional healthcare companies.
You have more time for the patients. Misschien zelfsturing.
Yeah, the communication is much more easy.
Yeah.
When patients call to Vitas, it's a big organization. They get a call center and they have to tell their story over and over again, and then nobody knows. And we don't know. With us, we have one number. The patient calls, we know the patient.
Yeah.
We all know every patient.
Everything. Yeah.
So they say, "Hi, with Truus. I'm Blab." They say, "Okay, yeah, good."
Yeah.
So that's very big difference.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
You have the planning, you do it by your own. And when a patient needs more time, then we make the planning bigger. That we have enough time
Yeah.
And
So
no,
it's nicer to work there, and it's
Yeah.
nicer to be a patient there.
Yeah.
That are the biggest difference.
And
Differences.
we are all from a higher level, so we all know what to do, and we all have
Yeah.
a kennis and the
Yeah.
know-how.
Know-how.
Yeah.
Because you are a professional. We work here a lot of years. We know what we have to do. In a bigger organization, they say what you must do. But we know what we can do.
And that's also the philosophy of Jos. If the professionals, if you let them do their thing, it will be okay. That's what he does.
Yeah.
And that's true.
Yeah.
And you speak a lot with each other.
Yeah, there's a good communication in the teams
Yeah.
with each other.
Give each other feedback.
That's also a problem sometimes in the self leadership thing, because if you cannot do that in a team, if it's not safe enough to talk with each other about mistakes or problems or whatever, then you can get very big problems.
So how do you do that then? Have you learned something about how to create that safety in a team so that communication happens?
Yeah,
Yes.
we had a course from training how to do that, but it's also the feeling of how to communicate with each other. We know each other very very long, but with new people, you have to have the feeling that they belong to us. And they, because we have had a mistake with someone, and it didn't feel well, but we
We want her to give her a chance,
Yeah.
but it didn't work out very well. So we learned from that.
So how did you handle that then? How did you deal with discussing that it wasn't quite working out, or did you ask her to leave, or how does that work?
Now, then we have asked the coach how we can do this, and finally we find another job for her.
So you helped her find a different
Yes.
job.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
it's
she like
not good for her.
this job
Because
was not
you
good
are
for her.
very alone with the patients all the time, and she needed to be in a team, like
Yeah.
on a ward, or that your colleagues are everywhere. And then the other job she does very well.
We're all thinking what we can do for her. What's possible, and it was all right.
So it worked out well, but
Yeah.
it was quite a problem.
Yes, it was 2 years on our list, and cost money. So
And she was ill.
She was ill.
Yeah, she was also depressive. It was also in the family, and so it was quite complicated. But we have that coach.
Yeah.
If it's too complicated for us and you don't know what to do, or you have legal problems or with the police or something or whatever, then you can call the coach, and she helps.
Yeah. So how did the coach help in this instance? What support did they give you in terms of having conversations with this woman?
And she took over at one moment. She took over and she did conversations and illness
Progress.
writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it became too big.
Yeah. What other sort of challenges or difficulties have you had in the team, and how have you overcome them?
Production is a challenge.
In what way? What do you mean by production?
Well, you have to have enough clients to get enough money, because only clients generate money. But if you work in the office or you're sick or holidays, it's unproductive time and no money for the company.
Like productivity?
Yes, productivity. So that's always a challenge, because you have the holidays and you have to go to courses, and there are people sick and you have to go to the office. But they want about 60%, 61 productivity. So that's also, she is our financial woman. She's from the money and the figures, and So it's always challenging to get that right.
Do you bring that up as a team? When there's an issue or when you think something is not working out, is it easy to sort of bring those things up and work on it together?
Yeah.
We do it in the meeting, and then we discuss the things and what can we do.
What can we do? And,
or we ask the coach.
When we have a day work, we start at 8 and we end at 4. And then you have several hours that you have no clients, from 12 to 3 hours. And when we don't do anything for Buurtzorg, we cannot write them. So it's very difficult to come
get enough hours.
Get enough hours
To work.
But several people have wat heet taken. Have different tasks.
Oh yeah.
So planning the clients or planning the people who have to work. So we all have different
Roles.
roles.
Yeah.
So you can make office hours, but not so much as we have now, in 3 hours in the afternoon.
And do you ever have conflicts in the team, like something going on between two people, like a dynamic or something? And if so, how do you handle that?
It's difficult. We sometimes have had some of those things. You have to talk about it. You have to. That's Buurtzorg policy. And if you cannot work it out, you call the coach. And then there has to be a solution sooner or later. So we do that. And sometimes it's difficult, but most of the time we managed. Till now.
Yeah.
That's almost 10 years. So
But there are a lot of teams that have a lot of problems.
yes, because it is difficult.
Yeah.
It's not possible that you have in a team one leader. Everyone is the same. And when there is in a team a leader, then you have a problem. And when you have in a team only busy people, then you have a problem. It's good. You have a balance between people who are busy or quiet, and no leader. Everyone is the same.
That's difficult. Sometimes for some people that's very difficult. That they want to control things.
Some people
And you have to let go. You have to put it on the table, and then everybody can say something, and everybody is equal. And then you have to have a consensus. And when one person is not does not agree with something, you cannot do it.
You cannot do it. Then you don't
So,
do it.
yeah.
So how do you make decisions then? Do you have a different way of making decisions in a team that's...
Most of the time.
We talk a lot about it, and sometimes there are 2 or 3 people that see it the other way. So then we decide not to do it because when some people have good reasons why they don't want it, then and we decide to follow. It's not that we are.
Sometimes you do some water in the wine.
Why we want to do something.
It's all about communication.
About communication.
Yeah.
And then when you have a good team and you feel safe, then you always have a solution.
It sounds like there's a lot of personal development.
Yes.
In Buurtzorg.
And you have,
it's possible to do it.
and you can decide what you want to do with your team. So you let someone come and give a lesson. And that's...
Or you say to a colleague, you're not good at that. It's best if you go do some lessons for that. We also do that.
Yeah.
Or have some personal training because this and that is a problem. Or,
And everyone likes to do something special. Another from us likes geriatric. And there she's very well in it. And so you have the skills in your team.
And Buurtzorg is also very far with the digital writing and the plans, and we have a very good ICT.
Yeah. So tell me about that. How does that support you, the IT system? Because I understand it's quite key to having kind of self-managing teams at Buurtzorg.
A key?
Yeah, that it's really helpful, like a key feature.
Yeah, because it makes everything very simple.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
everything is
You can find
hooked
everything.
on everything. So if you're a client, and then you can order stuff for the client, or materials for the wound, or a bed, or whatever. So if you have the client in the system, then everything hangs on that client.
Yeah.
So you don't have to fill any forms or take a lot of phone calls or whatever. So it makes it very easy. And
the nursing plans.
You make plans.
Yeah.
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 At one time you have to invest to make a good plan, and then everybody can see what you have to do, and you can change it very easy. And yeah.
But it took a lot of time to learn it.
In the beginning,
Yeah.
We're all very old.
And we have a new system, the Oma system.
Yeah. But when you are together, you have to learn it together, so you can help each other.
You can help each other.
Yeah, that's very nice. Chila is very good at it.
So it makes it very transparent and quickly to work. So that's the most supporting things, I think.
Yeah,
And you never feel alone.
And you can also always call to Almelo, where the headquarters
How
is.
to do it.
There's very good support,
Yeah.
I think, from Almelo for everything. Also
Yeah.
for all administration things, or
What questions?
when you want something special, or one colleague who wanted a month free to get a bit more relaxed, and then she could turn her contract from 28 hours to 8, and then she had 4 times 8 hours holiday, and then she was free for a month, and that's possible.
Almost everything is possible.
Yeah.
There are so many solutions. Creative.
And they are thinking with you.
Yeah.
Not for you, but with you.
Big.
Yeah.
So
And nobody's above you.
So say some more about that, because I've heard a lot about how Buurtzorg evolves in a very collaborative way. It's not like Jos has a grand idea and then everything follows. It's very transparent and sharing ideas, and so how is
Everybody
that?
with a good idea can bring the idea on the web. We have a sort of Facebook, for Buurtzorg, and then they put the idea there, and people like it, and then.
That's nice. And we can use it.
You could bring in a project. We had a few years a special lady who was for the project. There were 100 projects from all over the country that you could sign in if you had a good idea, and you get some money to
develop it.
to develop. And so we have the rollator race. You know, people who walk with. We have a race in Amsterdam in the Olympic Stadium every year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
for the patients.
In the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
En radio steunkous. Steunkous are de, hoe noem je dat? Steunkous.
Ja, weet ik ook niet. Supporting stockings.
Yeah.
The thick
radio program
things.
in Amsterdam also.
Wow.
Yeah, also from Buurtzorg.
No, but Jos has always, if Jos has an idea, he puts it on the web, and then he asks for comments.
Yeah.
And everybody, blah, 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 I think this, I think that, and then he takes it everything with it, and then he goes on. So he's not a dictator.
No, absolutely.
He's very democratic.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah.
everybody's equal, and everybody gets his share, and it's all
All same salary.
boss or gets more, or Jos has a bit more salary, but he works about 300 hours in a week. So that's good for
And
him.
that's also
Not
the
for me.
danger for us was in the beginning. We worked and worked and worked, and it was always in your mind, because you have to do it very well.
Yeah.
You feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want that.
Responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
It feels like your own business.
there was
It's
a
not
time
good.
that the other says to us, "Hey, it's all right. We can do it."
We can take over. When you are free, we take it over.
Yeah.
You don't have to
In the
worry.
beginning, you feel it so much.
Yeah, because we started.
Yeah.
So
But then it's all right that the other say, "Hey, you're not the boss here."
Yeah. So how did that shift? Did you find ways of becoming less anxious, or new ways of making sure that you weren't working too much or too hard? How did you overcome that?
Yeah.
You found ways.
Yeah, you find. Yeah, you say it to the other. The other say, "Oh, I can do something for you." Yeah, we take care for each other. Sometimes we see to her or to me, "Hey, maybe you do too much." That's you take care.
yeah, we take care for each other. Yeah.
You know each other very well.
Yeah. But in the beginning it was hard. The first 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys give each other feedback in the team? Is that something you do?
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Sometimes too much.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Sometimes
everybody's
you're crying. Yeah.
No, I didn't mean to do that. But that's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes it's hilarious.
Yeah, but it's finding a way how to say something.
Yeah.
And that's also the communication that's very important.
Yeah, you must do that.
Did you always do that from the beginning, or was it something that you had to learn and practice?
We always did it, but not always in the right way.
No.
We had to learn to do it
In the right way.
Yes.
And what is a right way or a good way of giving feedback, would you say?
Everybody.
Or
feels
gentle
good
way.
And gentle.
Gentle but clear.
Yeah.
Not just clear, like I do it. And then the other, oh my God. And sometimes somebody is so gentle that the other person doesn't get the message. So you have to get, it's quite difficult.
Yeah, sometimes.
And there's no boss. Normally you go to your boss and say, yes, and then the boss solves the problem. But you cannot do that.
No.
So you have to do it yourself.
So it's also a lot of self-development.
Yeah.
Then I've learned a lot. You have to.
But it's nice.
Yeah.
We like it all.
So 9 years then, how have things changed? Have you noticed big changes, or how are things different now, would you say?
Bigger, because it's bigger. And Jos has a lot of extra things, like the Buurtzorg pensions, or in foreign countries. He's busy with all sorts of things, all sorts of groups, and
Jos is not coming at home now. With
no, that's
new
not possible
team.
anymore.
No, it's not possible.
No, but the concept is still the same.
Yeah.
It's still the same.
Mm.
Yeah, there's no change.
We working with iPads, and that was a big change.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a big change was also when we became big. We had 16 persons in our team.
Oh, yeah.
It's too big.
Yeah.
You have to have 12.
Mm.
So we had to split. And that was a very difficult period.
Yeah.
Who goes with the other team, and it was a very hard time.
Mm.
Yeah.
Was it like splitting up the family?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
but now we have 3.
Yeah, we split it 2 times, but the first time was not very hard. It was Schalkwijk.
Yeah.
Then we took people from Schalkwijk, it's villages over there somewhere. We took them just for that team, and then when it was okay, they left. And that was okay. But the second time we were just one team, and we made 2 of that.
Yeah.
And that was very hard.
That's very hard.
Yes.
Mm. So what advice would you give to people listening who are in organizations, maybe not even healthcare, maybe they're in like an IT company, or they're in
Police.
some kind of organization, and they're inspired by Buurtzorg and they want to work in a more self-managed way. What advice would you give them about how to make it work?
Communicate.
Yeah. And no leadership. Everyone, the same responsibility.
And honesty.
And honesty,
Trust.
transparant, trust, safe.
If they have that together, they can do it.
Everyone has his qualities and use them.
Yeah.
Nobody is more or less.
You can get more quality out of a person when you are a team.
Yeah.
And you can get more out of a person.
Stimulating each other.
Yeah.
And if you're more responsible, you want to do more your best.
Yeah.
If your boss says you have to do that, you think, fuck you. If your colleague says, oh, you do that so well, will you do it? You think, yes, I'll do it. So that's a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what about for people listening who are owners of a company or founders or CEOs? What advice would you give to them?
Let go. And trust.
Trust, and then...
That's what Jos does.
He gives trust. You can do it.
You can
and do what you have to do.
Yeah.
And goodbye.
And what you think you have to do.
Yeah. It's like that.
Coach. Only coach. And don't stay above.
And listen to the people, what they have to say, how you can do it better. They are from the working floor.
Yeah, they know best.
Yeah.
Actually.
Listen very well.
And you don't need a manager, so.
No, you don't need a manager.
We have had in the other organization so many managers.
They were only a pain in the ass.
But you have to learn your...
Sorry.
No, I love it. I love it.
Oh my God.
No, it's great.
What did you say?
Yeah, you can go edit it.
No, but you get progression of learning how you have to deal with problems and and you find out things that you didn't think you could do. Do it.
You get the best from yourself.
And you stimulate each other.
Yeah.
And you can do it. Go for it.
Yeah, and if one person cannot do it, another one can.
Yeah.
So if you don't like it or you cannot do it, then you don't. Somebody else does.
Yeah.
Together you're strong.
But you have to feel it, and you have to, you must want it to do so.
Yeah.
And that's maybe a little bit difficult to begin, and to think different. That's difficult.
I don't think everybody is capable or wants to be like that.
Yeah.
Some people want a boss.
Yes.
Who says, you do that, you go there at that time, and blah, 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 and then they feel safe. If they have to think for themselves, they don't like it. So then
we also had in the other team one person, and she left. She couldn't do this.
No.
She needed leadership.
And would you like to see this way of working spreading around the world? Would you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's much better for the patients.
Yeah. And for us.
And for personnel.
And for the,
It's better for everybody.
But you also have to take care not to get a burnout, because the illness in Buurtzorg is high.
Now it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's higher.
Higher.
So there are, I guess, a lot of people who feel too responsible. They cannot let it go. So that's also what you have to learn.
Yeah, it can be a shadow side of being really committed and passionate.
Yes.
So you work too hard.
Yeah.
So how is Buurtzorg dealing with that? Are you, as an organisation, are you finding ways to address that and support people who are burning out?
Yeah, but the coaches do that, and
He has all sorts of ideas about sports
and
keep an eye on each other and all sorts of tips he gives.
Yeah.
Us.
How you can do. Yeah. A wonderful community. Yeah.
Yeah, to prevent illness.
then he write on the web how we can do that.
But there are also a lot of difficult things. We lost a colleague a few months ago, and she was from our family, and
She died.
that are very hard things to
Handle.
handle. Yeah.
So is there anything else that you would like to share with the world if you would wish to, spread some wisdom, or what else would you like people to know about Buurtzorg or about this way of working?
Trust yourself that you can do it.
Yeah, I think it's possible anywhere, in any company. If you let the professionals do their thing together, you support that in the right way, you don't need any manager anywhere. I really believe that.
Yeah.
So we can do it, so everybody can do it. Yeah.
But it's also nice to have a coach. That's different from a manager.
Mm.
They support you. They don't say you have to do this or that, but they support you.
And that's possibilities.
And that's what you need. Yeah. No leadership.
No leadership.
No.
Never.
Yeah, it's interesting that distinction between like a manager and a coach, how different that is.
Yeah, because the coach is equal to us. She's not above us, but she asks, what do you want for the team?
Yeah.
And then she does it.
Empathic is
Yeah, she does not say, you have to do this. She asks, what do you want?
Yeah.
And then she looks with you, she walks along with you to solve the problem.
together.
She's also a very nice person.
Yes.
Yes.
We got a flower
Yeah, we need a ticket.
A ticket to buy flowers.
Some flowers.
Because we lost our colleague and we had a hard time.
Yeah.
So she came by and she brought us that. So
Sweet.
that's very
Yeah,
nice.
sweet.
Yeah. But she also have many difficulties in teams to solve.
Yeah.
And sometimes they are not to solve because there are persons who don't see that they don't belong there. They want to be a leader.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
And then what happens?
They
Sometimes.
still have the problems. And it would be nice that the person who is the problem would leave.
And sometimes they go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has to make a team work. But they have to see it by themselves. You cannot say you have to leave.
So is it always the case then that people choose to leave? They're never asked to leave or like fired?
Are we fired? I don't
No.
know about that. No.
No.
I never heard that.
No.
They always try to solve,
Yeah.
or the person leaves because it cannot work there anymore.
Yeah.
I've never heard of fired someone somewhere.
No.
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 I don't even think that's possible to fire somebody. It is.
And maybe you make a dossier. And there are many
Many mistakes.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Buurtzorg Jos he always tries to solve things. He doesn't want to pop. No. But maybe in other teams, I don't know, fire. No.
Yeah.
I never heard it.
It's quite remarkable.
But it
Yes.
couldn't be worse.
There are
In
15,000
other
people working, I
organizations.
think. So.
It couldn't be worse than in other organizations.
No. What do you think?
I think it's great. This is like better than I even imagined it would be. It's been
Really?
Yeah. It's like a dream sitting here.
Yeah, really?
It really is. It's so
For us, it's so normal.
I know,
But
I
it's
know.
also like working in a dream. Sometimes when I'm not satisfied, I thought, I don't want to work, it isn't that. I think, about the past, the other organization, I think, man, I'm in heaven, really.